So what do I mean here that the Jews had a concept of the Trinity before Christian theology defined the Trinity? Well, the Jews didn't have an exact copy of the Trinity, but they had something that can be equated to the Trinity. And this is called the Sefirot system. A Sephirah is an emanation of God. So how God emanates himself into his creation, ways that we can interact or that God interacts with his creation. There are 10 Sefirot. The upper 3 Sefirot match the Holy Trinity. The lower 7 Sefirot match the sevenfold Spirit of God that you learn about in Revelation. Now what we see here is the Jews call them emanations. Now currently you read about this in what's called the Kabbalah. Kabbalah is basically traditions of the Jews. It's Jewish mysticism. But Kabbalah is based upon an even older concept. During the 1st century AD, it was called chariot mysticism. And even that is based on older Jewish mysticism. Kabbalah claims to go all the way back to the days of Moses. Anyhow, the point of all this is not to say that the Jews themselves believed in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit as 3 persons of God. However, they did believe in 3 emanations of God that happen to match the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The difference being is that in Christian theology, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit have the ability to express themselves as persons. They have emotions. They have the ability to communicate. They have thoughts. In other words, it is personhood, whereas the Sephirot are just emanations. The Jews don't consider them to be persons at all. But anyhow, if you go and look at the Kabbalistic system of the 10 Sephirot, then you realize that, man, we can match the upper 3 Sephirot to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and the lower 7 Sephirot can be matched to the sevenfold Spirit of God mentioned in Revelation. Anyhow, regardless, this just goes to show that ideas leading to the Trinity existed before Christianity. Yes, I know Kabbalah is younger than Christianity, but like I said, it goes back to older Jewish mysticism and traces its way supposedly all the way back to the time of Moses.